guys, welcome to our channel. So today we are going to focus on building a strong understanding of key concept, step-by-step problem solving and exam strategies. So whether you are aiming to improve your grades, your confidence, this tutorial is designed to guide you through each topic clearly and practically. So here we are having this question paper. So this one is a specimen paper, paper 2 for Zimsec. Okay, so just make sure every time you open a question paper you read these instructions to candidates. So here we are on section A for 52 marks. So in section A we are required to answer all the questions in this section. So the first part of the question, number 1A, says find the value of 1 3/4 plus 2 1/3 divided by 5/6. So here we are going to use our word mass. So we are going to start by simplifying the bracket. So the bracket is saying we are having 1 3/4 plus 2 1/3. So for us to add these fractions, the first thing we need to do is to make them improper fractions. So to convert 1 3/4 into improper fraction, we are going to multiply 1 by 4 and then add the result to 3. So it is 1 by 4, it gives us 4. So 4 plus 3, it gives us 7/4. And then for 2 1/3, we are going to multiply 2 by 3 and then add the result to 1. So this gives us 6 plus 1, which is equal to 7/3 divided by 5/6. So here we are going to put our common denominator. So our lowest common multiple here is 12. So 4 into 12, it is 3. 3 by 7, so it is 3 by 7 plus 3 into 12, it gives us 4. So it is 7 by 4. 7 by 3, it gives us 21, and 7 by 4, it gives us 28/12 divided by 5/6. Okay, so if we add 21 plus 28, we are going to get 49/12 divided by 5/6. So whenever we are dividing fractions, for us to remove this division sign with multiplication sign, we are going to invert the second fraction, 5/6. So it is now 49/12 multiplied by 6/5. Okay, so 6 into 6 gives us 1, and 6 into 12 it gives us 2. So this one it gives us 49/2 by 5. So it is 49/10. So our final answer is equal to 49/10. And the second part of the question says factorize completely. So we are given y squared plus 10y minus 10. So for us to factorize these quadratic functions, we are going to say y squared multiplied by -10. This gives us -10 with -12. Sorry. So here it's plus 10y minus 24. So y squared multiplied by 24, -24, it gives us -24 y squared. So here we are looking for two numbers that if we multiply these two numbers, we are going to get -24 y squared, and if we add these two numbers, we are going to get 10y. So these two numbers are 2y minus 2y and minus 12y. So we are going to substitute these two numbers for 10y. So it is now y squared minus 12y plus 2y minus 24. So here we can simply factorize the here by factor out y. So it is y here minus 12. And then for the second two numbers we can factor out 2. So if we factor out 2 here, we are going to get y minus 12. So y minus 12 becomes our new common factor, so we can factor it out. So we are going to be left with y plus 2. So our factorized expression for this, it is now y minus 12 and y plus 2. Okay, so let us move on to part B of the question, which says factorize completely 27 minus 3x squared. So here we are having 27 minus 3x squared. So We can factor out 3 because 3 it is our common factor. So if we factor out 3, it is now 3, and 27 divided by 3 gives us 9, minus 3x squared divided by 3 gives us x squared. So it is now 9 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 9 minus x squared. So here inside this bracket we are having a difference of 2 squares, so we can factorize it further. So it is now 3 multiplied by x. So it's 3 multiplied by 3 minus x multiplied by 3 plus x. So the first thing we need to do was to factor out 3, and then you can see that here we are having a difference of 2 squares, and then factorize further using the difference of 2 squares method. So our final answer, it is 3 multiplied by 3 minus x multiplied by 3 plus x. Okay, and let us move on to part C of the question, which says it is given that f of x is equal to 10 plus 3x minus x squared, and we want to find f of 2. So given that f of x is equal to 10 plus 3x minus x squared, so f of 2 is equal to, we are going to substitute 2 for every x in this function f of x. So here it is now 10 plus 3 multiplied by 2 minus 2 squared. So 10 by here 3 by 2 it gives us 6, minus 2 squared it is 4. So 10 plus 6, this gives us 16 minus 4. So 16 minus 4 it is equal to 12. So f of x, it was equal to 10 plus 3x minus x squared. So f of 2, we are saying x is now equal to 2, so we are going to substitute 2 for x. So our final answer here for f of 2, it is equal to 12. Okay, and then the next part says of part C, the next part of part C says find the values of x when f of x is equal to 0. So our f of x is equal to 0, but our f of x is equal to 10 plus 3x minus x squared. So it is 10 minus 3x, 10 minus plus 3x minus x squared being equal to 0. So here we can simply factorize or use our quadratic formula. So the first thing we need to do is to multiply everything by -1. So if we are having an equation, what you do on the left hand side is what we are required of to do on the right hand side of the equation. So if we multiply everything by -1, we are going to multiply everything also on the right hand side by -1. So 10 multiplied by -1, it gives us -10, -3, and plus x squared. So our function becomes x squared minus 3x minus 10 being equal to 0. So I did this so that you can easily factorize this. So I was trying to make the coefficient of x squared positive. So here we can now use our formula to say we want a number that gives us two numbers that gives us -10 squared. If we multiply these two numbers, and if we add these two numbers, we are going to get -3x. So these two numbers is what? -5x and 2x. So if we add 2x to -5x, it gives us -3x, and minus 5x multiplied by 2x, it gives us -10x squared. So we can substitute -5x plus 2x for -3x. So it is now x squared minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 being equal to 0. So here we can factor out x. So it is now x minus, if we divide 5x by x, it gives us 5, plus for these two numbers we can factor out 2. So if we factor out 2, we are going to be left with x minus 10 divided by 2, it gives us 5 being equal to 2. So it is now x plus 2, x minus 5 being equal to 0. So either x is equal to -2 or x is equal to 5. So our final answers is x is equal to -2 or x is equal to 5. But we can prove that x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 5. So given that we are told that f of x is equal to 0, so if we substitute -2 for x, it must satisfy the equation here f of x is equal to 0. So let's say our f of x is equal to 0 and our x is equal to 2. We can now say it is 10 plus 3 multiplied by -2 minus -2 squared. So we want to verify that this is equal to 0. So this gives us 10 minus 6 minus 4. So 10 minus 6 minus 4, it gives us minus 10. So here it is equal to 0. Okay, so x is equal to negative 2. Okay, and then we want to test that x is equal to 5. So 10 plus 3 multiplied by 5 minus 5 squared. So here we are going to get 10 plus 15 minus 5 squared, it gives us 25. 10 plus 15 gives us 25 minus 25, which is equal to 0. So we've managed to prove that x is equal to negative 2 or 5. Okay, and then the next question says, question number 2, we are given this diagram. So we are having A, B, C, and D. AC is equal to 12 centimeters and BC is equal to 8 centimeters. Angle CAD is equal to 46.5 degrees. So we are required to calculate AB. So we are required to calculate this side here from A to B. So as you can see here, this triangle, it is a right angle triangle. So for us to calculate this side here, we are going to use our Pythagoras theorem. We say, suppose we are having a right angle triangle of this form, where here it is C from this point to this point, and then from this point to this point it is A, and from this point to this point it is B. C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So for this triangle here, AC is our hypotenuse, and then ABC is our opposite, and AB is our adjacent. So here we can now say it is now 12 squared being equal to AB squared plus 8 squared. So for us to calculate the length of AB, we are going to shift 8 squared to the left hand side of the equation, and it becomes negative. So it is now AB squared being equal to 12 squared minus 8 squared. So 12 squared, it is equal to 144 minus 8 squared is equal to 64. Therefore AB squared is equal to 144 minus 64. So 144 minus 64, this gives us 80, and AB squared is equal to 80. So for us to calculate the length of AB, we are going to apply square root both sides. So square root of AB squared is equal to AB. So AB is equal to square root of 80. And we can write square root of 80 as 4 root 5. So our final answer for AB, the length of AB, is equal to 4 root 5 as an exact value. Okay, so let us move on to the next part of the question, which says calculate the length of CD. So we want to calculate the length of CD from this point here to this point, given that we are having this angle here 46.5. so here we are also having a 90 degrees angle. So we are going to use our trig ratios, which says it is cha, sho, and tau. Okay, so if we are having an angle in opposite and adjacent, we are going to use tan, because tan theta is equal to opposite of adjacent. So here is our opposite, in this one it is our adjacent. So the length of CD, it is equal to tan of 46.5 being equal to our opposite CD of our adjacent 12. So CD is equal to 12 tan 46.5. Okay, so it is 46.5. So CD is equal to 12 multiplied by tan 46.5, which is equal to 12.6 centimeters. So the value of CD is equal to 12.6 centimeters. Okay, and let us move on to the next part of our question, which says calculate the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. So we want to calculate the area of this quadrilateral here. So this is our quadrilateral ABCD. So given that we are having this triangle here, this triangle, and this triangle, we can simply calculate the area of this triangle and add it to the area of this triangle. So these triangles are right angled triangles, so the area is equal to half base times height. Okay, so we can now say the area of this triangle ABC is equal to half. Our base is equal to AB, so our base is, what is the value of AB? It is 4 root 5, so half of 4 root 5, half of 4 root 5 multiplied by, what is our height? 8. So we can now say it is 0.5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4 root 5 multiplied by 8, which gives us 16 root 5. So this is the area of this triangle ABC, and the area of the triangle ACD is equal to half. Our base is CD, which is equal to 12.6, so it is 12.6 multiplied by our height 12. So 0.5 multiplied by 12.6 multiplied by 12, this gives us 75.6, so it is 75.6 square centimeters. Okay, so the area of this quadrilateral, it is equal to the sum of these two areas, so it is 75.6 square centimeters plus 16 root 5 square centimeters. So if we add 75.6 plus 16.5, we are going to get 75.6 plus 16 root 5, it gives us 101.4 square centimeters. So this is the value of the area of this quadrilateral. So the area is equal to 121.4 square centimeters. Okay, and then the next part of the question, part B, says 4 interior angles of a nanocone have a sum of 150 degrees. The remaining interior angles are equal, so we are required to find the size of each of the remaining angles. So a nanocone, it is a shape with nine sides, so for us to calculate the sum of the angles in the sum of the interior angles, we are going to use our formula, which says n minus 2 multiplied by 180 is equal to the sum of the interior angles. So given that n is the number of sides, we can now say 9 minus 2 multiplied by 180 is the sum of these interior angles. So 7 multiplied by 180, this gives us 7 multiplied by 180 is equal to 1260 degrees. So 1260 degrees, this is the sum of interior angles, but we are given that 4 interior angles have the sum of 160 degrees, so we are required to find the size of each of the remaining angles, given that the remaining 5 angles are equal. So we can now say 160 degrees plus 5x, the unknown angle, is equal to 1260 degrees. So for us to solve this equation, we are going to shift this 460 degrees to the other side of the equation, and it becomes negative. So on the left hand side, we are going to be left with 5x being equal to 1260 minus 460. So this is equal to 5x 1260 minus 460, it gives us 800. So 5x is equal to 800. So let us divide both sides by 5. Therefore x is equal to 800 divided by 5, which is equal to 160 degrees. So this is the size of each of the remaining angles. So the remaining angles were 5 angles, because we are told that the remaining interior angles are equal, and this is a nanocone, and the 4 interior angles is the sum of 160 degrees. So our answer is 160 degrees. Okay, and then the part C says a shop sells a refrigerator at $440. In the previous year, the cost of the same type of refrigerator was 8% less. So we are required to calculate the cost price of the same type of refrigerator in the previous year. So given that the price of the refrigerator is 8% less than 540, so here we can now simply calculate the 80% of 540 and then subtract the result from 540. So it is now 8 over 100 because it is a percentage multiplied by 540. So here we can simply say it is 8 by 540 divided by 100. So if we divide 540 by 100, we are going to get 5.4 multiplied by 8. So 5.4 by 8, this gives us 43.2. So 8% of $540, it is $43.2. Okay. So the price of the free refrigerator in the previous year, it is 540 minus 43.2. So it's 540 minus 43.2. 540 minus 43.2, which is equal to $496.8. So this is the price of the refrigerator in the previous year. It is $496.8. Okay. And then the number 3 says, the number 3, it is given that M is equal to this matrix. It is a 2 by 2 matrix. So it is 8 minus 5 minus 4 and 3, and N is equal to 1, 3. So we are required to calculate, to find the value of Mn. So given that we are having this matrix M, so the order of matrix M is equal to, it is a 2 by 2 matrix, and the order of matrix N, it is 2 by 1. So as long as we are having the same numbers here, it is correct for us to say we are multiplying matrix M and matrix N, because here we are having 2 and here we are having 2. So our resulting matrix, it is 2 by 1. So our orders of the matrix are very, very useful. So take note of these orders. So our matrix M, it is 8 minus 5 minus 4 and 3, and our matrix N, it is 1, 3. So the resultant matrix, it is equal to 8 plus minus 4 multiplied by 3, which is equal to negative 12, and minus 5 by 1, it gives us minus 5 plus 3 by 3, which is equal to 9. So this is equal to 8 minus 12, it is minus 4, and minus 5 plus 9, it gives us 4. So the resultant matrix, it is equal to minus 4, 4. So this one, it is a 2 by 1 matrix. And then the next part says find the inverse of the matrix M. So our matrix M is 8 minus 5 minus 4, 3. So for us to calculate, to find the inverse of this matrix, we are going to calculate the determinant of this matrix. So the determinant, it is the product of 8 and 3 minus the product of minus 4 and minus 5. So 3 by 8 minus 5 by minus 4, which is equal to 24 minus 5 by minus 4, it gives us 20. So 24 minus 20, which is equal to 4. So our inverse, it is 1 over the determinant 4 multiplied by, so we are going to interchange 8 and 3. So 3 goes here, so it is now 3, and 8 goes here, it gives us 8. And then multiply negative 5 and negative 4 by negative 1. So if we multiply negative 4 by negative 1, it gives us 4, and then negative 5 by negative 1, it gives us 5. So this is our inverse of matrix N, matrix M, 1 over 4, 3, 5, 4, 8. Okay. And then the next part says find the M squared. So our M is equal to 8 minus 5 minus 4 and 3, multiplying 8 minus 5 minus 4 and 3. So here we are going to say 8 by 8, which is equal to 64, minus it's plus minus 4 by minus 5, which is equal to 20. So it is plus 20. And here we are now saying minus 4 by 8, which is equal to minus 32, and minus 4 by 3, it gives us minus 12. 8 by negative 5, which is equal to minus 40. 3 3 by negative 5, it gives us minus 15. 4 by negative 5, it gives us 20, and 3 by 3, it gives us 9. So our answer, it is equal to 64 plus 20, 64 plus 20, which is equal to 84, and minus 32 minus 12, it gives us minus 44, and minus 40 minus 15 is equal to minus 55, and 29. So this is our final matrix. So the second part of question number 3, part B, says express 2x minus 1 over 4 minus 3x minus 5 over 12 as a single fraction in its simplest form. So here we are having 2x minus 1 over 4 minus 3x minus 5 over 12. So we can put our lowest common denominator here. In this case it is 12. So it is now 4 into 12, which is equal to 3, and multiply the result by 2x minus 1. So it is 3 multiplied by 2x minus 1. In 12 into 12 it gives us 1, so it is 1 multiplied by 3x minus 5. Okay, so if we expand this first bracket, we are going to get 6x minus 3 minus, so don't forget to put this bracket because we are saying minus 1 multiplying 3x minus 5, so everything here is going to be affected with this negative sign. So it is now minus 3x, and minus it gives us plus 5 over 12. So let us simplify the terms with x together and then add the terms that are independent of x together. So it is now 6x minus 3x, which is equal to 3x, and minus 3 plus 5, it gives us plus 2 over 12. So this is our final answer. So our answer, it is 3x plus 2 over 12. Okay, and then the next part says the area of the trapezium is 63 square centimeters, and the sum of the length of its two parallel sides is 22.5 centimeters. So we are required to calculate the perpendicular distance between the two parallel sides. So a trapezium is a shape like this. So we are having two parallel lines, so the other one is longer than the other one, so you can put a slant line like this, and then a perpendicular line connecting these two parallel lines. So here is 90 degrees and 90 degrees here. So given that the sum of this, let's say this one is x and this one is y, so the sum of x and y is equal to 22.5 centimeters. So the area of trapezium is equal to half of x plus y multiplied by our height here. So we can label our height z, so multiply by z. So given that we have given the x plus y term, we can now say it is half of 22.5 multiplied by z, which is equal to 63. Okay, so here we can multiply both sides by 2 for us to remove this fraction. So if we multiply the left hand side by 2, we are going to be left with z multiplying to 22.5 being equal to 63 by 2. Okay, so let us divide both sides by 22.5. This gives us z being equal to 63 by 2 divided by 22.5. So 63 by 2 over 22.5, this gives us 5.6. So z is equal to 5.6 centimeters. So this is the length of the perpendicular distance between the two parallel lines.